So it begins. Sitting right here is a Ford 300 Inline 6 from a truck, and as you can see, it's missing a few parts. So in this video, we're going to be starting the process of rebuilding it. Let's get to it. Just for a bit of background of where this came from, it originally was in a 1986 F-150 that I bought for $150 for parts, and this was the engine in it. At first it was like stuck, but I managed to get it to free up and run. After a little while, I had to get a new distributor for it and stuff like that. And had it running for a few months, but the truck's just too far gone to actually try and make it roadworthy and drivable. So soon after I got it running, I pulled the engine out of it, which is what you see here, and I started taking it apart. So basically got it down to the bare block. There's just a valve cover sitting on here, right there. See the 6 pistons in here, cranks out, camshafts out, lifters are out, everything's out of it. It's just these pistons are sitting in here because I don't know where else to put it. And yeah. So my plan for this engine is to rebuild it, put new stuff in it, and upgrade a little bit of parts of it, make it a little bit stronger, and eventually swap it into my good truck over there, which we'll get to in another video, and eventually possibly turbocharge it. Just see how that goes. It'll be pretty interesting, and yeah. But first things first, we gotta rebuild this thing and make it look good. First order of business, I've already cleaned the lifter cover, or the push-rod cover, whatever you want to call it, and the valve cover up. Cleaned both of them up so they're ready to be painted on. And, oh look there, there's paint in that bag. So, first things first, gonna put some primer on here, and then paint it. Okay, so I got the valve cover hung on a piece of wire, and ready to be painted. So what I'm using is some of this Rust-Oleum automotive primer, just to cover it, give the paint a better surface to hold on to. So shake it up for a minute or so, and then we're going to put some paint on it. As you can see, I covered the oil fill hole. These 2 holes, it should not matter if they're covered or not, they'll be fine. So I'm just going to be painting this side and this side, so let's get to it. Now it is pretty cold out here, which is not ideal for painting, but what are you gonna do? It's the middle of winter, so. Also, I don't claim to be a professional, so if I'm doing something wrong, I probably am. Don't think I'm a professional and think this is the right way to do it, because it probably isn't. But it's the way I'm doing it, and it'll work, so. Good, see how it works. Alright, let's give it a shot. Right, that's black. Alright, that'll work. Alright, and that should work. Looks like I've covered it. Nope. Alright. Now it's all covered. Cool. So, let it dry for, I don't know, didn't read the directions. Okay, in a few minutes I'll apply a different coat. I just read down the instructions, so. See you then. Okay, so first coat is basically dry. There's only like a few more wet spots, but it'll be fine. And the battery on my phone was about dead, so that was perfect timing. Gave me just enough time figuring out how to get power to it to let this thing dry, so. Now it's ready for the second coat. And the first one, I pretty much covered the whole thing, but 2 coats is better than 1, so might as well. Shake it up again for a minute. that. Beautiful. Didn't miss any spots. Now for this side. That looks pretty much covered. Now move around. Try not to bump into it. That would be really fun. Top. Now the bottom. Okay, that looks basically covered. Just go on the edge. Okay, yeah, that looks pretty much covered now. So, take a little visual inspection. Looks good. Awesome. So, valve cover is all primed up. Gonna let it fully dry and then put some paint on it. That'll probably be next weekend since it's a Sunday and it's dark outside, so I don't have enough time to do it now. But maybe we can move on to painting the lifter cover. Let's get set up. Alright, got the lifter cover all set up, ready to paint. Valve cover turned out great. It's just sitting over there drying, completely covered. Nice. So, same as last time, just shake it up and put some paint down. That's all there is to it. Okay, that's fully covered, so now we just let it dry for a few more minutes. And put a second coat on, just like the valve cover. So, see you in a minute, but for you, it'll be right now. So, it's dry enough now to the point where I can put another coat on it. There's still a few wet spots, but it'll be fine. So, yep, same process again, shake it up, and just put paint on it. Basically all it is. Now, just another coat. Now it looks like it's all covered, but go around this side, make sure I got the edge. Okay, alright, and might as well put a coat on the back side because actually, never mind, it's all crap on there. Scratch that. But, yep, that's basically all there is to it. Just shake it up, put paint on there, and you're done. Not too exciting, but what the hell. Alright, so some time has passed now. It's the next weekend. The primer is all dry. It's dry to the touch. It's been next week. So what's next is actually putting the color on. So I think I mentioned this before. If not, then whatever. I'm going to be painting the valve cover Ford Blue. So this is it right here. It's a tractor, truck, and implement spray. Should be fine for what we're doing. So you know the drill. Just shake it up. Start paint down. Alright, let's get painted. Alright, that looks fully covered. Now it's the first coat. It's gonna be kind of thin, so it's not gonna look the best. But you put another coat on it, like 2 or 3 more. So, gonna let it dry for like, I don't know, maybe an hour or so, then put on another coat. So, yay. Looking good though. It's all blue, basically all painted. I don't see any runs in it, which is always good. Okay, that's it. See you when it's all dry. So while the valve cover is drying, I figured I'd just put some paint on this, which is the lifter cover. So, got some high heat black paint. Heat resistant up to 600 degrees Fahrenheit, which will be fine for the engine. So, yeah, let's get to it. I'm only gonna do one coat on this because it's gonna be on the side of the engine where you can't really see it, so it won't be too bad if I only get one coat. Oh, that's a fancy nozzle. Look at that. It's pretty fancy. Alright, that should be good enough. So, let's get painting. The lighting in here is not very good, so just stand here. Actually, I don't want to spray on this direction because of the Mustang. So, let's just go like that. That looks pretty good. Just if I cut it one more time. Nice. That stuff smells, but it will be fine. So now I just need to wait for the valve cover to dry and slap another coat on it because there is just a tiny parts that I've missed, but it's not that bad. Maybe I'll turn the camera and show you what it's like. That's what it looks like. Pretty good. So, yeah, just playing the waiting game now. Alright, so as I wait for the valve cover to dry, I figured I'd just clean this up and paint it. Now, it's not a bathtub, even though it looks like one. It's actually the oil pan for it. It's fucking massive. It's the biggest oil pan I've ever seen in my life, so I'm not gonna put any primer on it because I'm lazy and I'm not patient. So I'm just gonna put straight this on it. Same stuff up on the lifter cover. That should be good enough. So now, paint it. I don't like spraying towards that Mustang. So turn it this way. Stay. This thing's fighting me. I want to turn it this way so I don't spray the Mustang, but it's not wanting me to do that. Stay. Alright, that'll work. It's spinning on me. Pretty much covered. Just gonna go over this part again. Okay. So now, paint the top. That's good. Paint the sides again. Now the bottom. Okay, That looks completely covered. Let's give it a little inspection. Alright. Calling that good. Completely covered. It's all even. Nice. Alright, the first coat's basically dry. It's like a bit sticky to the touch, but it's dry enough. I'm impatient, so I'm going to throw another coat on it. So, yeah, there's a few areas that I missed at first, but that's fine. That's what the second coat's for. To just go over the parts I missed and just give another coat. So, let's get to it. Should be alright. Alright. I think that is good. Do a little inspection. All looks good. Nice, nice. Alright, final coat's put down. So now, just gotta let it dry. So, yeah. So that brings us to the end of the video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed watching me paint a few parts. I know it's not really that entertaining, but gotta do what you gotta do. So if you all liked it, leave a like, but you don't have to, and subscribe if you want to see more. Stay tuned, because in the next video, we're probably going to be cleaning up some more parts or painting them. I don't know what's in store yet. So until then, see you all next time.